What's good? It's your boy B Ninja back in this month, and yes, we're back with some more Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown 2.0 edition. As again, we're going through some characters and going through the changes that some of the characters went through with these balance battle changes that the characters endure. So you already seen my videos with Sarah and Vanessa at this point. So for this video, it's Pai Chan's turn, and from what I read through most of the list, this one out here is about to be more deadlier than what she already is. So we're gonna go through Pai's changes in this video and implement some new combo routes with the changes on top of it. But you all know the drill. If you want to see more VF content from your boy per usual, you know the drill. Like, share, comment, ring the bell, and do Julia Chang and
don't forget to subscribe!
You're the best, always Julia Chong. So without further ado, let's lab Pai Chan's changes for the 2.0 update, which obviously is going to be implemented in r.e.v.o once it's released on PC by the end of January. So let's check her changes! Alrighty, first off starters, her 5 PPPK reduced the frames to -17 to -9, making Pai a little bit more safe with her signature 5 PPPK string. So, as you see down there, it used to be hella unsafe. Now it gives you more an opportunity for a little more leeway. Still gonna get 2P'd regardless, but gives you a little bit more freedom just to move around a little bit. So happy about this change. Next up, Tai, if I pronounced that right. Her 5 PK give us some plus frames on hit. Went from -1 to +2. Oh yeah, making it easier to do some Bokutai setups, excuse me. So, giving it a little bit more leeway into incorporating more plus advantages to finally throw some Bokutai in there. So, happy about this change. Bajo Kaiku. Okay, I know this attack. They changed the input this now to be a quarter circle 4P instead of 6-6P. More on the change in a bit, but it's basically an input change. So, Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. So this move used to be 6-6P. Now they just changed the command to quarter circle forward P, which literally giving Pai a Hadouken. So that's an interesting change, but you'll see in a sec. Alright, next up her 6-4P. Changed the effect on hit, allowing it to more easily be implemented in mid-air combos. So basically this attacker right here, which obviously follows it up with 6-4 PP, can be used in the air a bit more, as you can tell right there. So do some combos right there. Okay, so a little something like this right over here that keeps the attack still up in the air. So keeping them in the air a little bit more. So that's a unique change. Let's see if we can do it on a bound. Okay, definitely coming up with some options right over there. Obviously, some of them aren't true in the end, but definitely keeps the opponent in the air for a bit. So, with this little bit of a change. All right, next up, her 6 KPK, kind of similar with the 5 PPPK. Just change the advantage from -17 to -9. So again, giving more of a freedom for Pai, especially going for like high crushes. So after strings like this, you could basically just go for some lows that can definitely or some mids that high crushes the opponents right there. So yeah, pretty much same with the first string we just mentioned in this patch. Next up, 4-6KK changed the recovery on guard from -9 to -8. So again, just making it more, still unsafe though, but giving you more of an opportunity to pretty much come up with some attacks if they throw some long frame attacks. So gives Pai more of an opportunity to just escape if needs so. So another small universal buff right there. Now for this next change right here, the 3K and obviously to 3KP, they changed the hit to where it's less likely to push the opponents very far, and expanded the hitbox on the second hit afterwards. So basically on counter hit, you can just keep them up close and just do some throw baits into it, or some 6P baits into it. So normally you pushed opponents super far with the 3K, as you see right there. Now, as you see right there, it keeps them a little bit closer to where you could just throw the P afterwards. And notice that they expanded the hitbox a little bit, so you can clap people with the 5P afterwards, and obviously do some throws afterwards. So interesting, unique change. I'll see how I can implement it in actual gameplay. But anyway, next change. Alrighty, the 9K and 9KK expanded the hitbox, so basically giving this attack a little bit more of a reach. As you see right here, notice how super far I was a little bit? Now, you can land this attack as far as you can, and of course, 9KK on top of it, so look how far Pai was from Leon right over there. So they really expanded the hitbox to where you can easily clap your opponents super easily with Pai's 9KK right there. So that's an interesting change right there. So be careful when you space away from Pai with that maneuver. Now here's a fucking change that they did for Pai right here. Horizon P plus K right there now causes a stagger on hit against crouching opponents and players on counter hits. So basically, causing opponents to stagger right there, and if they don't stagger shake, guarantees a 5P after that. So 4 hits right there, as you just saw right over there. So you could just do some gnarly stuff right there. Not that. And if they don't shake, you're basically optimizing for some guaranteed stuff. Like that, 6 hits total right there. So, and they also mentioned that on counter hit as well. That is a crazy ass buff. Crazy ass buff right there. And she got some quick attacks that will just keep them poking right over here. That is nuts. Very nuts right there. So be careful when you press or crouch with this maneuver now. That's a good buff for that maneuver right there. Alright, next move. Alrighty, this maneuver right here, the 4-6 P plus K, change dodge activation against high attacks from frame 10 to frame 5, and change the effect on hit, allowing it to be easier on follow-ups. Let's check it out. So I'm gonna throw a 5P, the opponent's gonna 5P, and I'm gonna hit the move. From 10 frames to 5 frames, making it more of a better high crush right there. And you notice the animation change for this maneuver right here, because previously it pushes the opponent a little bit back, still landing on their stomach though. Now it gives them a little bit of this pressure right here, so I could do, not that, I can do stuff like this and just keep them at bay. One more time for the one times. New combo routes with Pai with this maneuver. And imagine splatting that shit close to the wall. Just a little example of stuff you can do. So this was more beneficial towards the wall right over there, but more on that on the combo exploration later on. But yeah, that's a definitely unique buff on that one, and more plus frames on the dodge, and just crumple them to where you can actually do more combos with that move. I'm with it. Now, speaking of changes, we gotta talk about these next two changes right here. First off, 2P plus K can now dodge high attacks from frame 6 to frame 18. And then the 2P plus K afterwards. First off, let me show you. Let me show you real quick. So yeah, it's 20 frames right here. So from 18 frames, you can basically just high crush this even a bit more, and it's wild. And you know the change that they gave to her follow-up? Not only it's an EX high, but it side turns the opponent. Talk about a massive buff for Pai, and you can just poke him on the side a bit more. Obviously, you can't fully string off that, but now you can. I just didn't press it all the way, so I have to make sure they press on counter hit for the second hit, which puts Pai at +9. And I can just follow up with ridiculous stuff after that. It's just some quick attacks like... Oh my god! +6 on hit and the side turn right over there, making Pai more lethal with the side turn and keeping the side turn pressure on top of it. That is... Damn! That Taka match is gonna be fucked, but more on that later on in the exploration. But anyway, next change. Next up are her 2K plus G. Basically increases the recovery frames on hit. So instead of +2, it's now +3. So definitely giving Pai a little bit more leeway and possibly throwing her while rising attacks a little bit more sooner if they try to press. So definitely a good advantage, and if they try to press, sidestep, evade, and do all of that jazz right there. So that's a good unique change. Next up, her 3K plus G, one of her launchers, changed the damage from 22 to 25, so making this shit a little more impactful, which, hey, more damage buffs for my characters, the better. So just do little stuff like here. And come up with more ridiculous, crazy combos like such. Crazy, and all that was 70 total right there. So more on that on the exploration. But next change. Next, her 1K plus G. A slight bit of a nerf. Reduced the damage from 21 to 20. So not really a biggie. Slight nerf, but you can't really tell. It's mainly just knocking them down on counter hit. That's what really is what get this move useful, and also getting them on the side on top of it, the side walls to just splat them and such, and just do some gnarly stuff afterwards. So anyway, slight nerf, but whatevs. Now here is the maneuver that they restored from Pai from her old bag of tricks. Her 66P, now 66PK on top of it. It's an old string from her, so remember this? From the old classic Virtua Fighter games that she had. So basically, this is 14 frames and it's +1 on hit, so gives them more of a bit of little leeway right here. They'll probably do some throws after that, so definitely give them a little bit more of an advantage. And of course, the follow-up right here. I wouldn't really try it for a combo route, maybe close to the wall, maybe. And it doesn't even splat like it should, so I would probably do, for this move, close to the wall, something like this. If I don't hit them that close to it, try it one more time. And one more time for the one times. Depends on that hang time and the positioning. There we go. Yeah, it depends on your spacing and how close it is to the wall, but I think this move would benefit half fence moves because let's try it out real quick. ring out potential right there for the half fences right over there. So I think this move is definitely good use for the half ring outs, as you see right over here for the half fences. So definitely interesting bringing this move back and everything. But hey, some old tricks are better than no old tricks. But anyway, next change. Next, we are going to go over her Bokutai changes. So it looks like her Bokutai P can now stagger the opponents on hit, no matter where they at. It used to be, I can't recall, either on guard or counter hit. I think it was on guard, but now Bokutai P can now stagger them no matter what, and you can do easy follow-ups like this, as you just saw them splat to the window to the wall. And just keep that EX high going. So basically just mixing your opponent up with crazy stuff. All from Bokutai now. So Bokutai 5P can stagger them now, and you don't have to be crouching opponents. It's just universal across the board. So that's a buff. And now Bokutai PK on block is -10 now. Used to be a -13, which kept it hella unsafe. So still gives Pai opportunities to pretty much evade from a little bit. Still a little bit unsafe though, but if you have players that presses long frame attacks, that gives her a bit of an ability for Pai or an opportunity to evade and escape a little bit more. So yeah, complete buff with that string and that particular attack. Alrighty, next up from Mei Shuoho, if I pronounce that correctly, her 5K plus G P on block. It's now +1 on block, and it's +3 on hit from -4. Dang, I didn't notice that because I rarely hit that maneuver time in and time out. So from this move right here, yeah, it's +1 now. Oh yeah, it gives you a little bit more advantage to throw some 5Ps, 2Ps, and the Kikwasho. So any of her quick frame attacks right over there. Now, they say on hit though. Oh, that's +5 on hit, but I got them on the side. There we go. As you see right there, it's now +3 from -4. So again, gives you a little bit more of an advantage to throw more pokes into it after the attacks right there. So as you see right over here, if I could land this properly. Yeah, +3 on hit. So that's a good buff right there for that maneuver right there. This change right here. This change right here. Hakeshu has now got an input change to where instead of +3 or 9 PKG, you can just do a 3 or 9, making it easier to do the switch right here. As a Hermes, give me a follow on Twitch, Ninja Luke to you. So any of her strings that transitions into this, yeah, I'm not pressing PKG anymore, so I'm with it. I'm with this fucking change right here, because I hated pressing PKG to transition into Hakeshu right here. So yeah, and if you notice, if you do the switches right here, if you throw a punch Sabaki, yeah, if you throw a punch at Sabaki, so yeah, making this shit a lot more easy to keep doing it. Next change, her opponent behind 5K reduce the frames on block from -13 to -10. So still a little bit of safe, but Pai gets more of a bit of a leeway with this back turn kick right over here. So yeah, I can pretty much fuzzy crouch, 2P a little bit, just to get a little bit of a freedom right over there. So that's a good unique change for Pai right there. Next, her 7K with her back turn now causes a bound, a massive large bound. So giving her another bound to mix her opponents up. So let's try it. So obviously with this move, you can't really combo it when you're that close. It'll probably work best if you're close to the wall. So let's push him back. As you see right there, you just bound the opponent with the back turn. So just carry with that, not with that ender. So just carry him with this, not the Kikwasho. So just carrying them to the wall with the EX high ender. And you could do shit like that, like such, just splat them to the wall. Or you could do crazy, ridiculous shit like this with the new buff. Something simple, because I could just do that right there and push them all the way to the wall with such. Or just do some stuff like this. And do a whole massive amount of damage, because you can now bound opponents with this maneuver. Wow, that's a good massive buff right there, but only good for the wall combos right there. So that's a good addition towards her wall game right there. Now her back turn 2P plus K then goes into her cat throw. Now changes the damage distribution to now the wall hit will cause a wall slump. So basically you can do some follow-ups after that shit on the wall. So let's try it. Boom, boom, not that. Boom, boom, not that. Boom. All that, and that was 123 right there. So basically with the back turn right there, and I can just splat him to the wall, and I can finally do more combos with Pai after this maneuver once you're close to the wall right there. So basically Pai gains a lot more wall combos with these type of changes. That is freaking sick. That is freaking wild. Let me try one more thing. Of course, I gotta time it right to get the wall splat and everything, but you get the point. More combo routes with Pai right there. Oh wait, let me try one more thing for the one things. You know what? Fuck it. Let's save it for the combo exhibition at the end. But anyway, next up, we're gonna go over Pai's throws. So a little bit of damage buffs for some of them right here. So let's go through them right over here. So 5P plus G. Basically adjusted to where I'm allowing more follow-ups if they do not do a quick recover right over here. So you can basically just mix them up after they do a quick attack. Let's test it. Yeah, you can basically, the way it just allows the enemy to just roll out of it super quick. That's not a super quick recover. You're basically just messed up to the core right over there. So that's a change. Simple Enka got a damage buff. So it went from 60 to 65 now, doing a lot more damage. That's a crazy one right there. Next up for 4P plus G, the back throw does a wall slump now. So you can follow up with a lot more attacks after this throw. So let's try it. Something, for example, right there, 7 hits, all that guaranteed. Let's try another one. I like that combination right there. One more. Yeah, I like that change. More wall slump combos that Pai can do, the better. So next throw would be her her wall rising back throw. Not that one. This plus 16 advantage right over there if you'll let me do the throw properly. And the damage has been reduced to 5 right there. No worries. I can still do follow-ups like such. Not that. This. So yeah, plus 16. And of course, a lot of people do the 7K right over here. Plus 1 on hit and just do some other mixes with Pai right there. So damage nerf, whatever. But more of a frame advantage right here. I'm with it. I'm with the change. Now here's our most damaging one right here. Pai's throw with her back turned to the wall right there, giving more of an elevation, and it gives her 70 damage right over here off the bat. So that's the normal one. Get over here, Pithang. There you go. 70. Went from 60 to 70. So that is a same buff for that throw right there. Next, her crouching throws got some damage buffs as well. Her down P plus G, 55 from 45 with that one. This throw right here, which is her 1P plus G right over here, does 50 instead of 40 right there. So I'm definitely with that right there. So yeah, Pai got some damage buffs with some of her throws right there. I'm definitely with that right there. Oh, before we resume, one thing I forget to mention that I actually skipped with Hakashu right over here. Her throw. Basically, they increased it to 14 frames and reduced the damage right over here. So basically, this. And you can do some follow-ups with it now. Beforehand, I used to throw some throws after it. Now it being plus 14, I can't really do the throw follow-up after that. As you see right over there. Because when it was plus 9, I was able to get some throws right there. Now you gotta delay it a little bit. Yeah, delay the throw a little bit just to get the throw in there right there. So you got to be a little patient with that one. But the advantage with this one is some of the follow-ups you can do right over here. Switching to Bokutai, and remember to change from Bokutai with this 5PK right over here, being a little bit more plus on hit now. Just imagine doing stuff like this. And if they press, boom, boom. And do a little crazy stuff like that. More on that in the combo exhibition. But yeah, kind of want to rewind back to that right quick. Now let's look at some of the changes with 2 of her parries actually. Now the last thing to cover with Pai's changes are her parries. So basically the high and the high mid versions and the elbow versions expanded the hurt box, making the follow-ups less likely to miss. So let's check it out. So this is the high. Yeah, plus 15 right over here. Obviously, this can follow up now because of the extended hitbox. So obviously that move won't work. So I could do, let's see. Not the Hadouken. That's how many frames that's it? Oh, that's 18. That ain't gonna work. So I gotta throw a 15 frame or below. Can't do 2KK, so it's kinda capping. Kinda capping. 6 feet will work. 6 feet will definitely work. So I could just poke. You do a little something like that, or of course the 7K. Of course, the 7K, it will stop them on the tracks right over there, but And of course, the 5PK. The 5PK. The possible Kim right there. Okay, that's a bit of a change. Now, let's try the elbow version. Oh yeah, plus 15 right over there. Sweeps. That was 16 frames, that wouldn't work. So a 15 frame or below right there. But yeah, mainly for the 5PK or the 5PPP. Let's see. Yep. Giving her more opportunities to do more quick attacks outside of the 7K, obviously, to get Pai's stuff right in there. So, yeah, definitely with the universal changes with those particular two parries. Alright, so we covered all of Pai's changes within this 2.0 version. So now let's explore some combo routes with the new changes that she endured. So I would definitely kick it off with the 6-4 P change. That was 4P. This right over here. So basically universal stuff, honestly. So it's literally universal stuff. Let's switch it to counter hit. Something very universal right over there. Let's try it with the bound. Something very universal with that right there, and not really something I would implement on there. Probably after this. That's a little B&B right over there. Oh, that's a good one right there, and that actually confirms into that right there. I wonder if this splat right over there, obviously the change on counter hit, just keeping them up close and everything, so of course it splats to the wall right there. Let's see if it... I could splat them in the air high, and then I could do a little bit of a bound right there, so I could try a little something like this. Why am I so nice with coming up with some Pai stuff? Yeah, I could do a little something like that, get them a little high up in the air right over there. So, not the most useful type of maneuver right there. I mean, all that did guarantee right over there. So, I could just do something like this. So close enough to the wall and get a little something right there. So, that's kind of like a good use for this one right there. Now, her wall rising P plus K right over here, that causes a stagger on crouching or counter hit right over there. You can actually do some stuff now if you don't catch the opponent's shaking right over there. So I can just do this right here, a little B&B right over here, and that's 100 right there. I was a little high up right there on that previous combo. Let me see if I could splat him to the wall. Not quite. I gotta buffer it a little better. Yeah, like such. But I gotta get that positioning right. Nah, that's not gonna work. I probably would have to do a little hard bound right there and then pressure them to the wall. But something like that actually works. Or I could just do, let's see, something like that. Get close enough to the wall. Still not splat them to the wall. Probably gotta position them properly, or probably do a hard bound. Which, speaking of which, remember this right here? Oh yeah, I can do this twice now. That, because remember, a combination with the 4-6-P that now causes that little crumple right over there, and you can just 2P into the wall rising P plus K right over there, and if you're close to the wall, it causes a splat long enough to where you can get your back turn 7K right up in there for the bound, and then just splatting back to the wall with the back rising K right there, and just do some crazy stuff like this. That was almost 144 right there. Guarantee right there. One more time. The 10, it was guaranteed right there. All of that right there. And it was all because of the wall splat right over there, which is nice. Obviously a little B&B from right here. It's just doing that right there. Or this right over there, if I can get them close to the wall right there. Boom, 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 boom. Not close enough to the wall. It could cause a little splat right there. I just saw that. Oh yeah, I forgot. I used to end with 5PK just to get a little spin right there and mix some Bokutai mix-ups right over there. So that's another way to incorporate Bokutai into Pai's game right there, to do some enders right there. Or I can just do this right there to do Hakeshu now. And they made this a lot easier now. And I got a little side splat right over there, so I can do a 466 P plus K right over there with the new addition. How many frames is that? Oh, 17. And that's the new attack right over there. Don't really have a purpose of that one. It's like a good quick 6-6 P right there, just to get off them right there and get them to the air. But as you saw earlier, it's only good with the half fences for the ring outs, depending on the positioning. So, and of course her two P plus K K with that ridiculous change, of course, making it a real high crush right over there. And then EX high that gets you on the side on top of it. She used to have this right over here. That still does the EX high right over there. You just press them right over there, and that puts them at +8 right over there. Keeping Pai's turn on the side. You can do it with this now. And keep Pai's opponents on the side. It would only work on the counter hit, the normal hit. Not really. You would probably have to mix them up with the 2P right over there. As long as they don't sidestep or do anything like that, because it is a linear move, so you would probably have to. Dang, I forgot it. 2K is a linear move as well, so they can set that up as well. But in regards to this string, get them on counter hit. Yeah, just poke them right there. And if they try to press, I could just do that and just splat them to the wall right over there. So obviously all that confirms in. Speaking of splatting to the wall, if you catch them pressing, free wall splat. Free wall splat. Gnarly lumpkins. Jesus Christmas, gnarly lumpkins up in this motherfucker. And I can just do hard stuff right over there. It is nuts to keep Pai at bay. And of course I can also high crush this with the 4-6P right over there. So boom, boom, boom. Nope, messed it up. Try it again. Boom, 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 boom. You saw this too many times, but you definitely got some enders that you can actually throw with this. I can just do 5KK for the hard knockdown. I can also do 1PK and transition it into Bokutai, obviously, to get some Bokutai mix-ups. If I catch them stepping, I can do a full circular move. And if I can do catching them on this, I could just do the knee into which is P plus K and Bokukai into, what do you call it? I'm blanking on it, but anyway, it'll come back to me, but anyway. Okay, that could be used as a good ender right there. Wouldn't highly recommend it as such, but just getting it for some little stylish points right over there. So, but yeah, if you want to do something that will keep opponents' pressure at bay, try this on counter hit. With simple right there, and of course I got him on the wrong side, but just doing 2 P plus K. You already got him on the side turn, so you can go for the catch throw right there, and you're close enough to the wall to get the splat. You just gotta be super quick and potent with it. And just come up with some under-anders, as you see right over there. Do a little something like that with Pai's bread and butter right over there. So and just do more nasty combos, kind of like what you see. Wall combo game is on point with Miss Chan right here. And more B&Bs like that right over there. So anyway, what's next? And like you already saw with the wall slump for that maneuver right over there, the back throw right there. So used to just do a little wall splat. Now you can do a wall slump and do more combos with it. So again, just extending the Pai combos. I just did a little something right there. So let me try that one more time. Where does Pai come up with all these nastiness now? It's just wild. It's just wild. It's just wild. Yep, and with this right over here, causing a little bit more of an airbound. Super with it! Now, as I was showing you earlier, she got some carries with some of the attacks right there that can lead into that bound. Or her 4-6 K right there, which is +6 on block. So so basically, I could just do like 4P and just do 5PP, 4P, splat them to the wall, and I'm already quick enough to where her back turn to where I can actually do the string. So bump, 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 bump. As you see right there, look how far I was. Now, if I could do this right here, same thing, but I just gotta buffer it properly so I don't delay that last attack. As you see right there, I can create some carry with that as well in order to get that pretty unique. I think with her new buff/nerf, whatever you want to call it, with her Hakishu throw right here, I can do some stuff like this and incorporate the string they brought her back for this game. So I can do something like this. And notice how that all guarantees the combo right there. Let me see if I can position it properly. Pai got some carry. Yep, Pai got some carries. Pai got some carries with that, and I find something useful with that now. All that combos right there. That's all guaranteed. You saw that right there. Getting a whole lot of 133 madness. 117 just to keep him on the ground right over there. So there is some use for this after that. So it's after basically some stuff like this. And all that guarantees right there. And if I get them close enough to the wall, that's where I could just bound them with these. So yeah, there's definitely a use to the new 6.6 PK. Okay, so yeah, that pretty much sums up everything that I've done with Pai throughout this video right here. Overall, she got massively a buff with some of her properties. Like I said, she got attacks that can be quick enough to dodge the highs now. She got new bound routes, which obviously extends and carries, especially into the wall. And most of her throws not only got some damage buffs, but also got some wall proximities to where you can continue to follow up with additional combos to the wall right over there. So they basically made Pai's wall game super strong, as well as keeping some of her attacks alive. And the additions of this maneuver right here being an EX high now and putting them to the side right over there just has opportunities to keep opponents on their side for sure, and bait them one piece on top of it. So and adding a lot of plus frames and making Hakishu a lot easier to do now. So VF definitely did it well with Pai right here. I think she might be one of the main winners with this patch here so far. But to all you Pai names that are watching right here, let me know in the comments down below what you've discovered with Pai's new changes, or anybody else in general. And let me know how you feel about Pai's changes in to the 2.0 version of Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. And again, if you want to see more content from your boy per usual, you know the drill. Like, share, comment, ring the bell, and do Julia Chang and kick Washo! I mean,
don't forget to subscribe.
The best Julia Chang, as well as Pai Chan for this video, that is. But anyway, it's your boy B Ninja. I'm out this month. Now that I'm done with this patch for Pai right over here, let me see who I can lab out next and do well with some of their changes. Jesus, make it Pai a lot more. Anyway, I'm out this month. Peace!